Hey, everybody.
Morning.
How are we doing?
Doing great. How are you?
So far, so good. It's Friday, so what the hell?
So is this going to be different from yesterday, Bob?
Yeah, this isn't me leading anything. This is just us just talking in general about stuff.
Okay.
But if you need to jump, I can bring you up to speed on it later.
Okay. No, I'm in my office right now, just trying to
Okay.
finish up
Yeah,
paperwork for
yesterday
this
was like me
change.
doing kind of a lecture presentation. This is everybody pile in and talk about what you know.
Okay. I know nothing.
So you got the floor. Go. Do you have your slides
I
ready?
absolutely. They're blank.
Get your presentation up here. Nick has been chomping at the bit to learn about this stuff. Hey, Robert, turn on there's Robert.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. Looks like Andrew's trying to join in. We got a few minutes left. Okay, we got a few minutes here. Who's got good plans for the weekend? Anybody?
I'm doing a open house.
Okay. Go sell that puppy.
God, I hope so.
I'm running an open house tonight and tomorrow night. We're finding that people aren't scheduling showings, but they're showing up in droves to open houses. So
Interesting. And we know we don't have to have them sign anything at an open house. No short form, no long form, no nothing. It's your listing, it's open house. So, okay, think about that. I wonder how long it's going to be before some agent just says, I was just doing an open house to every showing they're doing. And then they get in trouble. And then we all get in trouble.
I wonder how they're going to police that.
Somebody's going to have to turn their ass in. How do
there's
they
already
police any of this?
complaints at our local because we rolled ours out on the 9th on the MLS, so everything's gone. The compensation field's gone. And we've got people filing complaints for agent remarks saying things like buyers agents welcome. So people are trying to find workarounds to show that they're paying. And how do you police that, if at all? We kind of just said let it go, and we can only do so much.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, we're just going to get started here. And let me just say, for the record, this does end up on YouTube as a podcast. So before you say anything bad about your competitors or another brand you don't like or anything like that, just realize the world could hear it. I did have to take one episode down for that. And so we're just going to be more cognizant of everything. So welcome, welcome. This is not a lecture class. I want everybody to unmute and come on and let's talk about what's going on with your website, what's going on with SEO, what's going on with GEO, what's going on with your world. So let me pick on Robert. Tell me how things are going with your site. What's going on? You're muted. Step 1, unmute.
Sorry, I thought I had it unmuted.
You're fine.
So it's kind of slow. I don't get much traffic to it. I bet you that I've had it probably since 2010. Just not sure why I don't get much traffic. I think I have a lot of competition in the area. I noticed like real estate webmasters seems to get a lot more traffic and seems to be higher in the search engines.
And Robert, what's your URL again?
Orangeparklife.com.
I'm sorry, say that one.
Orangeparklife.com.
Arge Park,
Yeah.
ARG,
Orange, like an orange.
Orange. Okay. Life.com. Sorry, I was just something was translating from there to here. Can I share a screen and can we talk about it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so let's do a little work here. Hello, Stephanie Arnett. Okay, so, and you're in Northeast Florida, like
Yes.
Jacksonville area?
Yes.
Okay. So let's right click and look at your page source. Have you looked at your keywords in your meta description? Search Orange Park in Fleming Island, real estate MLS. Okay, you might spell out the word and because I don't know if that ampersand code is coming through right for you. I don't know.
Okay.
I would take out words that were vague, like listings, homes for sale. If you went to Orange Park and looked at Orange Park, Florida, homes for sale, and just pulled the keywords from Zillow and Realtor, they're all going to be, these are the top ranking keywords. I would take these keywords and make them yours. I would take your keywords and whatever you have, which might be good or bad, I would make them into that. And I would talk about one place, be very specific. I assume Jacksonville is your magnet city?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have a magnet city, then I would talk about the magnet city. So maybe this page is about homepage about Jackson, because that's going to get the most people in, and then Orange Park becomes a subordinate page off the side. If you're going to fly in to see me, you're going to fly to Dallas, right?
Okay.
You're not going to fly to Plano. The magnet city is Dallas. So that's going to get you more play and more traffic on your website to have the magnet city up there versus having, the suburban area that you maybe want to really work. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay,
so let's look at the next thing. There's an updated template that would be better possibly for you. I like the Anna template. Mert actually twisted my arm and made me do it, and it works well. I like it. I don't know if you're on Molly here or you're on which one, but you might switch up to the newer template. Makes it look a little cleaner. And you only have 8 cities defined. You only have 8 cities. You have a possibility of, let's get out of all counties here. You have all these cities here that you could use. Now, you may not want to drive to those cities, but you can make referrals on those cities. And we should blow up all those cities and put them out there with their own meta description and meta keywords and possible searches, so that people are attracted to the whole inventory that you have. Have you heard me talk about the clothing store we're going to open up?
No, I haven't.
Okay, you and I are going to go into business. We're going to open a clothing store, and we're going to put all the slacks and shirts and everything on the shelves and in the front window. Okay, and when Kathy comes in to buy something, we're going to tell her, hey, there's a box, all your size and color in a box in the back room. Go look for them. You have a box that says good luck finding a house, but you don't have the inventory out on display for all the cities and styles that you have. We need to put them out on the shelves.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be what I would be looking at for you is, and by the way, I love the fact that you have this, because I'm looking at Florida different MLSs, and I love that you have this one, because I don't know anybody in this MLS.
So one of the things too is, you know how you're saying the cities, like Tampa is like 4 hours away from us, so it's still, and there's not much.
Do you not make referral?
Yeah, I can make a referral.
Oh my gosh, it costs you the same $300 to make a referral in a city you don't want to drive to.
Yeah.
And I'm picking on you here, but we're so myopic in how I cover Texas. You think I'm driving 11 hours to El Paso? But if there's a home in El Paso and I can outmarket that person out there, why would I not do that?
It does make sense.
Thank you. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. This call is over. No, that's where I'm engaged in like helping people explode their sites and just, like popcorn. The idea that you're paying $300 for 8 pages versus $300 for thousands of pages. Why not have that coverage?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, and I keep picking on Mert here, but we build out sidebars for people. We build out the ability for people to have subordinate searches. So not just Jacksonville homes on a cul-de-sac lot, Jacksonville homes with a park view, a water view, because you got what? Water right there. Jacksonville golf course, Jacksonville retirement, Jacksonville whatever. Let's get the merchandise out on the display. So when Kathy comes in, she can see it. Kathy, you better come shop at our store. So the next question is, do you make people sign in? First house.
I opened it up for a while just because I figured we get a little bit more traffic and maybe rank me up on the search engine when people hang out, not just leave right away.
Okay, my friend. No. So Kathy's coming into our store. She's looking at 3 or 4 or 5 shirts, putting them in her purse and running out the door because we're not making her pay for the first shirt. Maybe she steals the first 6 shirts and she'll pay for the 7th one. Because I hate to go to a store and pay for anything. I just put it in my pocket too. In this case, the merchandise is what I'm stealing right now. I'm stealing all these houses and I'm going to my friend, the realtor, and I'm asking Kathleen to go show them to me because you're not making me sign in. So we're going to help you with this. We're going to make this work for you. You're going to sign in on the first one. You're going to update your meta description and meta keywords, and we're just explode the pages out. And your website will suddenly have a lot more traction. I shouldn't say suddenly. It will take a month or 2 for Google to catch on.
I had a bunch of broken links in there a few months ago, and I had to fix all those. Spent hours fixing them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's possible. I've got one of my coaching clients has 3 leads that she's closing. She's had 3 closings this year, $2.1 million and I think 58,000 in GCI. I've got another person who's got to come list me call, and then we've closed 4 this year. We got our 5th one as a listing. So it does work. We just got to get the pages out there and get the product going.
Okay. So it sounds good. So I should let them see one home and then go ahead and have to register?
First home. Texas Pride Realty, you can't see the first home. And here's our leads for the month. We are down a few leads from last month. Here's our lead numbers for last month. We were at, we had 96 leads come in. 62 of them were organic. The months before, we were raking it in for organic. I don't know what changed, but we were just banging it out. And then, the market got a little slower. So we went down to 62, I shouldn't say we went down. We got 62 organic leads. We got a total of 96. I turned off the Google ad for 2 months because I'm like, I'm not sure I need it right now. So I took a 2-month pause on the Google ads. So it is possible to bring in leads through this system. You just gotta pump out the pages. And the way I do it, and Mert has a different philosophy on this. He does a lot of things programmatically because he's smart and brainy, and I'm just going to spend my time building the pages. And so we have a sidebar on all the pages so that when you have Jacksonville, you don't just have Jacksonville, you have all the subordinates. So when I build a page, it's the equivalent to doing like 25 pages at once because I have all these side drop links. So you've got a wealth of possibility here. We just got to rub the lamp and get the genie out and do it. That's a horrible metaphor. We got to just, we got to make it work.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I should be singing the Robin Williams song, Never had a friend like me. Disney, don't sue me for using the reference. Okay. Yeah, that'll get us flagged on YouTube now that, we're using a reference. Okay. Any other questions? I mean, happy to keep chattering about other people's sites or yours. Do not make this a movie in the background, please. Don't make this a moving picture. It just slows your site down a little bit. And Google rewards speed.
I do think I tried the Anna, but then it messed up those little circle things and it didn't look
Yeah.
good on the iPhone or
Yeah.
mobile phone.
So hold on just a second. Let's pick on Green Cove Springs here. And right click. Do we have separate MLS or separate meta descriptions here? No, we really, this is lackluster. We could do a lot better here. If I look up Green Cove Springs, Florida, homes for sale. Let's see what Zillow's running again. Zillow's running 37. Realtor's running 39 keywords against you. I think
Wait,
you had like 3 or 4. Huh?
Where do you see that? Oh, right there.
I'm using keywords everywhere. And it brings up all the keywords that are available. So realtor.com, you can literally just go in and copy them. They're not copyrighted. Realtor.com, don't sue us. They're right there. Sorry, you didn't hide them. They're not copyrighted.
And where would I put those? In the meta?
You would put those in the meta description for your site. So like if you're doing a content page, content and area pages are very similar here. You would put them in the meta keywords right here.
Okay.
This is obvious. Anybody watching this is Real Geek specific. If you're using another platform, why? But okay, but this is Real Geek specific. So meta description goes here, meta keywords go there.
Okay.
Yeah. I would, you have
Bob,
so much
title too,
potential
right?
here. I'm sorry, Mert, go ahead.
Title 2 also, right?
Title, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's cover all the fields here. Thank you. When Mert talks, the voice of God comes across the internet.
I apologize. I didn't mean to correct you. I just like title.
No,
also.
no, you're not. Don't apologize. I'm happy you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, so your title would be something about the city. So in Jacksonville, Florida, homes for sale. And whatever you pick, whether it's Jacksonville real estate, whatever, Jacksonville, Florida, homes for sale, I would put that 3 or 4 or 16 places on the site. Okay, not keyword stuffing, but I would mention it. So let's just do that. Jacksonville, Florida, homes for sale. Okay, that's your title. You're also going to make it your anchor description. So this would become Jacksonville, Florida, homes for sale. Now the slug does not count really as a keyword. So Google will say the slug doesn't really matter if you mention your keywords in the slug. So title goes there. It becomes the anchor. It also becomes what's called H1 text. Header 1 text is usually the most important thing on the page. And I would also put it here above the properties that you're showing. And I would put it here where it lists where your section box. So if I did that here, instead of saying search the entire MLS updated every 5 minutes, which doesn't tell me where I am, it would say Jacksonville, Florida, homes for sale. The title up here would say Jacksonville, Florida, homes for sale. Just above here would say Jacksonville, Florida, homes for sale. It would be repeated multiple places. So Google knows exactly what your site is about. And then every home on this page better be Jacksonville. That increases your authenticity with SEO because they know, oh, what is my site about? Oh, that's right, Jacksonville. And he's not straying from it by putting something else on there. It's all Jacksonville. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, too much?
I'll have to look at the recording.
Okay.
You'll put that on YouTube?
Yeah, it'll go out on YouTube. It'll go out on YouTube. So it's super simple to do. Once you get it down, you'll have it. Anybody else have questions? I don't want to pick on I don't want to pick on one person too much.
Well, I do have a question.
Okay, Kathy.
I know you've worked on my website, but I haven't had anything come in the last several months.
Okay.
So I don't know.
You have a pro agent website.
I do.
And we're building out links for it. We need to build more. Can I show your site?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the differences between why Pro Agent is good. Pro Agent is good, $80 a month. It is a rudimentary but functional site. I think Real Geeks, if you can do 300, is better. And then there's 40 other varieties of IDXs we can talk about later. The thing that makes this playable for me is that it has a query string URL. Okay, Melbourne is the city here, Melbourne, Florida, and I want to have a price. What gets me a nice house in Melbourne? Kathy, stay unmuted.
There we go. Sorry, wouldn't let me unmute. 750.
Ooh, bougie. Okay, 750. Okay, and let's say I want 3 bedrooms. And I'm gonna click for the, oh, I should just said start search. I clicked on the wrong one, so I may have to put this back in. So let's go with, take that off. Let's do Melbourne, which I have to remember is spelled with a U in the middle of it. Up here, it's going to start to build out our query string. Let's go back. I didn't do it this right. My apologies. We'll take this out of the video. And we'll be up to 715 or 7, yeah, right there. Start search. So you'll see up here, it says area equal Melbourne, price high, price low, right there. That makes this programmable. That means if we're putting this together on a page and we share this link out and blog about it, which by the way, any of our sites we're talking about, we should be blogging these links out and putting them on our Google business profiles and putting them on WordPress or ActiveRain blogs, which by the way, John is great at doing. These links become pages of their own if we share them. So Kathy could have a page on a blog for Kathy Sold It and be driving people back to the Melbourne site. By the way, I did not know this would be the Florida show, but congratulations. Meet Kathy. She's just down the coast from you. All the referrals should go to her. All those places you don't want to go, Kathy's already in. Okay, and then what we're doing for Kathy's site here, and we need to do more, we need more tech hours, is we're building these links at the bottom. Instead of having a sidebar like we do in Real Geeks World, we have the ability to affect the front page. So we can lay out links for different cities, different price points, things like that. And we have 5 different styles we're going for on her site, which are pools, 3 different prices, and I think waterfront. So every city we come up with, we're going for those cities with a pool, those cities with waterfront, under, what is it, under 500, over under $1 million in luxury.
Yes.
Those were
correct.
the easy hits for us. It's not, I don't think, as robust, but it's also 1/3 the price.
Bob, the
But
other issue is
how much blogging? I'm sorry, Mark, go ahead.
the other issue is she has 0 backlinks. Google doesn't know the page exists. Honestly, that's the biggest issue. Like
Right.
Without backlinks, Google doesn't crawl the pages. Without backlinks, it doesn't trust the website. That's the biggest issue.
So I need to be
Percent.
putting a link to her on my site. John, you need to be helping me some blogs about her site. Kathy, we need to be putting the links out on Google Business Profile and your blogs
Okay.
and start dropping breadcrumbs across the internet.
Okay. All right. I got that.
Yeah. Now, the other way to get really, good backlinks is get mentioned in the press for good reasons, not for anything bad, not Karen moment of the week. What is it you can get, Bella? You were in that video. What is it we can do that we can get blogged about or get listed in an article that might spawn out? What is it we can do to get ourselves seen by other places? So just like anything, we have to work it. I tell people it's like a new construction house. If you build a new construction house and you never move into it or decorate it, it's not going to feel like home. Well, I paid all this money and they built me a house, but it doesn't do anything for me. Well, of course not. You didn't move in. You didn't put any furniture in. But they did what they said. They built you a website, but we've got to move into it. And then we got to invite people over for the welcome party, and we got to go meet the neighbors. We got to invite people to our home. And that's what Mert's talking about with these backlinks. We got to invite people to find us. Now, John works with me. John's been doing some blogs for the clients I've been working with, because we know y'all aren't getting out there and getting them done. No offense, you're busy. So we've been actually dropping some blogs about your site places. Oh, look at
Okay.
Stephanie Arnett. Did you just create a backlink? Stephanie just posted something in Stephanie Arnett just went and created a backlink. That's something each of you could do on this call right now, is go put a link to each other's pages. You know, HerseyGroup.com, Texas Pride
And
Realty.
so real quick though, Coach, one of the things you had taught me forever ago is that most agents use Gmail account or their brokerage account, that type of thing, instead of using their paid for web domain as their email address. And so using that for email address has led curiosity to people to click on, go search the sites, that type of thing, which of course helps. So I was just asking if Kathy used her site as her actual email address.
One of them, yes.
Okay.
So actually not this site, but one we've directed to come back to this site, because I had it with another, I had a different site, but it wasn't letting me do any SEO. And so.
Yeah, and we actually had to fight to get her domain taken care of off that site because they didn't want to give it up.
Yeah. And so I finally got it back. And so now my email address goes to kathygreen.com, which should forward to this site.
Now, do you have it in the footer of all your emails?
Kathy just sold it?
Yeah.
Yes, I did change that about 2 months ago.
Okay, so it
when
needs to be
we're
in the
having
footer.
problems getting my site switched.
Yeah, because we were dealing with company we will not name. Yeah. Anybody else want to talk about their site?
I have a general question, Coach.
Okay.
You always give a ton of information and more information than I can actually implement. But if you were to say, hey, take 30 minutes every single day out of your day, and everybody's going to say they're too busy, but what would you recommend we do during that 30 minutes?
In 30 minutes, you can make a blog on a WordPress site or a Active Rain site, or even in your own site. So a blog on either on your site or off. On site gets you traffic, off site gets you backlinks, and then create 2 more pages. Create 2 more pages on your site. Give more content. Give Google something to go crawl. So in 30 minutes, you can go make a blog, go make 2 new pages, and then blog about one of them or both of them. Now, John sent something in the chat here. Let me pull this up here. And I'm struggling with all my Zoom controls at once here. He's actually doing some blogging for us. Let me drag this over here. On our Small Brands Media page, he's actually going in and listing some of the people we're working with and putting a link to theirs out here. So like our Atlanta page, our Minneapolis page, stuff like that. He's actually putting a link to their site for y'all. So, you know, we know you're busy, but we're going to try to help out. So, and I don't know exactly if everybody's been mentioned yet, but we're rotating through who it is. Kathleen, you put your hand up. That's so sweet. Just bump in here.
I did, because otherwise I'll interrupt you. I have to remember that I have a question. So I bought this brokerage, right? The person who manages the existing website is just a local in my teeny tiny town, and she built it with Wix. How do I tell her that we need? Oops, Stephanie, she's funny. How do I tell her that we need to switch it to WordPress? Like, how do I explain, and how do I even know if she's capable of WordPress? I don't know.
Well, okay. So the website needs to be an IDX enabled website, which Wix and WordPress are not. So do you have an IDX enabled website as well?
Well, I can do IDX on my own personal website, and she does have IDX on it, but it's not through. I can't remember what it's called. It's not through
Probably IDX Broker. If you're doing IDX Broker is kind of the IKEA of websites where you can cobble it together, but you always end up with extra screws and nuts.
Right. Right.
Not a great system. Sorry,
Right.
IDX Broker, don't sue me. Not a great system. It's like if you want to buy a car, do you go out and buy an engine from Honda and fenders from Dodge and try to, because I know how to build a car. No, you go build the car. Go to one of these vendors and get their site. Now I have opinions about which one's the best, but go to the vendor and get the site all in one, and then start tweaking the car out. But what you're doing is, well, I can do this little part and put the bumpers on myself. I've got this extra airbag over here, but it's not working. How do I tell her that the glove compartment doesn't work? You need to be the boss of the company, which I'm sure you are, and just say politely, I'm sorry, this isn't working for us. Now, if you need lessons in that, Stephanie Arnett can teach a whole class on how to be the boss.
She's trying. She's trying. So, but you aren't going to say recommendations out loud of which ones I have that are affordable, because Real Geeks $300 a month is out of it for right now.
Pro Agent website, $80 a month.
Okay. And then she can go in there and tweak that for me.
Yes,
probably.
And you can set up some calls with me, and I'll show you exactly how to teach her how to tweak it.
Okay.
But
perfect.
for the love of God, if you start the conversation with, I have a Wix website, I'm not paying for dinner or having the rest of the date. We're just done. Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. You're sweet. That's nice. Yeah. Because your competition is not like holding themselves back with a Wix website their friend built. Your competition has real websites, and you deserve that.
Yeah, I think they're actually.
Her
I know
competition is in BFE, and they don't have anything.
No, they do, because I hooked up my old brokerage with like Agent Fire or something, and I also saw that the other competing brokerage had the same one. I think it was Agent Fire. So
I'm keeping my mouth shut about them. Keeping my mouth shut about them. I meant your other brokerage. I'm keeping my mouth shut about. Remember, this is a YouTube, so we're not talking about anybody.
Right. Right. Got it.
So yeah, I would say that you need to have that for yourself.
And then you have Stephanie Arnett with the however.
I always have a however, but I have two sites because Coach told me I had to have one with IDX side, but then I also had one that had years of organic behind it. And so now I have two different web domains as well. Like I don't forward them. But yeah, we do have two websites, and he's running both of them through his small brands media, tracking both of them.
Yeah. Can we jump back for a second to Orange Park Life for a second? Well, in the background, I've been running your stats. You're not doing as badly as you think.
No.
This is your organic traffic. You had 824 people on your site last month organically. Does not count leads, does not count direct, anything like this. Is just organic.
Was that July?
That's July.
All right. I wrote a blog about the 4th of July.
Okay. But whatever you've been doing, you've been trending up.
Okay.
Which means the fact that you're not making people sign in, you're not even knowing this traffic is here. You're having a party and they're all drinking your liquor and you aren't home. So
I'll change that this afternoon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sharing screen. I'm sorry. I thought I was sharing screen. This is your trend.
So it is going up then.
It's going, yeah, you take a picture of the screen because this is good for you. But since you're not making people sign in, you have no idea that you're trending up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you told
me, will that drop off when he makes people sign up?
Maybe not. But if he's got 0 now, the only way you can go up is the only thing you can do from 0 is go up. He's got this traffic, but 0 leads. I'd rather have half the traffic and 20 leads. Because this isn't going to buy a house from you, but the leads will.
I also got it, by the way.
I'm sorry, Mert.
I doubt that the traffic will drop if you force registration.
Yeah.
Because you're not ranking for addresses at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would hurt if people bounced off my website, like went and didn't sign in and then left.
Google determines a bounce as the first page. Like, so for example, the first page they land on, if it's a content page rather than a property detail page, and then they go to a second page, it doesn't necessarily count as a bounce. Is my point there. Like if they're bouncing off straight from the first page they land on, you're right. But the first page they land on is not a property detail page from Google. That will be one of your pages, the city pages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to take over.
No, please stop apologizing. You're great.
Mhm.
You are great.
Hey,
Who else has
Bob,
got questions in here?
you were saying earlier about the keywords anywhere, that you can copy the keywords. You just hit-
Yes. So in this search here, let's do let's get off of Kathy's side here. I'll just go here. So let's do what was it? We were not Gainesville, we were Jacksonville, Florida, homes for sale. Okay. In here, I'm running a product called Keywords Everywhere, which is an add-on to your Chrome. It's a Chrome extension. It's going to tell me the keywords that relate to that search. Okay, I can grab some long tails and stuff from in here, or it'll tell me the top ranking sites, what their keywords are. There's 251 keywords for Zillow. There's 255 for Realtor. There's 173 for Redfin. Trulia, still hanging out there. I don't know why Trulia and Zillow are competing against each other. 179. You have like 5. Now, I will tell you that some websites, hey Chase, some websites, companies don't want you to do keywords, and they really don't give you much control over your meta descriptions because they don't want you to be out there doing SEO. They want you to be buying Google ads from them. Okay. Why have a well-developed site when I can just sell you a Google ad? These people actually let you do your own SEO. We just got to take advantage of it. Make sense?
It does. So when you click on the keywords, I do have keywords everywhere. So when you click on the keyword,
Click on the keywords.
and then you
You
hit
can
the
copy
copy.
them. And then I run them over to an Excel spreadsheet and take the first column, which is this column here.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, and I replace the word Zillow and Realtor.com because we can't use deceptive keywords. If I see the name of another brokerage in there, I take it out. Zillow is now a brokerage, so we have to treat them with that respect. Realtor.com, we're not technically Realtor.com. However, Realtor.com and Zillow will reference each other. That's up to them. I'm not there to, their IT department, but I take them out to be respectful. And then you put a comma after each one and make it a keyword list.
Gotcha.
But these other columns here are nice. I mean, if you're doing SEO work, you might want to know what they are, but for our purposes, they're not necessary. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so Chase, you put in the chat here, you want us to look at your site? And Stephanie,
Yes.
did traffic, I'm sorry?
How it's trending.
You're breaking up a little bit. Stephanie had a question here. Our traffic did drop when we required registration. However, we bounced that with a fear of missing out that can only be accessible by logging in. Excellent. Stephanie's good at creating demand for things. She's good at creating demand for like, hey, if you don't want to work with us, you better sign up. Okay, so Chase, this is your site here. How are you doing with leads?
I'm getting some organic leads.
Okay. By some, we mean, do you know your
10 to
numbers or
15
just
a month.
Okay, that's great. That's really good. So this is your, look at your organic traffic coming up. Good job. So your organic traffic is growing. How are we doing with our meta description and meta keywords? Because I think we worked on that for, no. You need more keywords. These keywords are absolutely just generic. Search, real estate, for sale, homes. You can, this is what every Real Geek site has. You need to go, what's your magnet city? I can't hear you. You're not muted, but I don't know. I can't hear you. I don't know why. Whatever your magnet city is, that's what we need to have in here. It could be your earbuds aren't broadcasting. But Baldwin County, Alabama. Anybody know Baldwin County, Alabama? Chase, can you figure out your? Oh, so you're in the Gulf Shores area, the Gulf area. Mobile, Alabama would be where I'd fly into, right? If I'm coming to see you. I don't know why I can't hear you. So I would make this all about Mobile, Alabama. And you have 153 keywords that you could import. Now you can't put all of them in here because Real Geeks has a limitation. I think it's 800 characters, but you could certainly do better than this, which is not telling anybody what your site's about. Okay, this is better, but I would narrow this down to the city, not the county. And then, do that. Make sense? Oh, so I'm sorry. In the chat, you're saying Dauphine, Alabama. Is that larger than Mobile? I wish I could hear him. Whatever your magnet city is, that's what I would put on here. And I define magnet city as the largest population that people will be searching for. Like in my area, I can't just have a DFW page. I need to have a Dallas page, a Fort Worth page, and then all the suburbs. But Dallas gets more searches than Fort Worth, so my main page is about Dallas. And then they'll discover Plano, Carrollton, the Colony, and all the other places. But they're coming to Dallas first. And so here you have 37 keywords and 34 keywords. Mix them together and make your list. Cool? Okay, and you and I can have one-on-one later if we want to with when your audio is working. Who else has got some questions? Nick, you've been quiet.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go through our website, you can. I know we did it about, a week ago, but it doesn't hurt.
Remind me the URL.
OrionandShay.com.
That's right. Now, this is who's the provider again? Agent
Sierra.
Image? Sierra. Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't think I have back-end access to your site. But
no, I tried calling to get access to it, and for some reason there was a weird email they sent me. I meant to follow back up with you to forward you the email, but
okay,
I'll do that after the call.
Yeah, and this one is, so let's just talk about websites in general. This is a very stylized, hypergraphic oriented website. Google rewards speed. This is not necessarily horrible, but I'm just saying this is not going to have the same speed. Now, Mert may be able to chime in here, but sites, companies
sites
like
are okay. They're
sorry?
slow. They're not super slow, but they're slow. Yes.
Yes.
It's just a pain in the rear to build a page with Sierra. Unlike Real Geeks, you have to actually create a save search for the page. Like that, there's a process to build the save search, and then you have to add the save search to the page content. So it's a little bit slower to build pages, but there are some Sierra sites with excellent SEO traffic. They're not SEO unfriendly. Go ahead.
No,
I have
that's
automation
fine.
for these sites too, Bob. I have automation for Sierra sites too, just like Real Geeks.
Okay, so tell me, okay, Mert, I'm a brand new realtor. Let's talk for a second. Brand new realtor, and I'm deciding between Sierra and Agent Image. What would you think?
Sierra sites are better for teams. Like if you have a team, like they have better CRMs. Honestly, their CRM is what makes them better in regards to working with something. Working with the team. Agent Image is just a better, it's a decent front end website, but they don't have the CRM capabilities in half of what Sierra or even Real Geeks does, for that matter, in my opinion. So if you care for your CRM, I would say Sierra is a good all-in-one combination. Same with if you want Sierra capabilities, you could do the same thing with Real Geeks plus follow-up post. Same concept. I personally like Real Geeks, but I have built plenty of websites in Sierra. Can I show you one, for example, just a crazy
Sure.
one?
Yeah,
retirebetternow.com.
Oh, do you want to show it or do you want me to show it?
I can show it. No problem. Sorry, I thought you had the control.
I'll share it. Okay, what's the site?
Retirebetternow.com.
Okay.
So just like the concept you're talking about, Bob, I'm just trying to show you your concept.
No problem.
Towards the middle of the page, if you pick like Las Vegas, the town of Las Vegas in the communities,
Down
scroll
here?
down a little bit more down. Yeah, like in that list.
Okay.
Pick Las Vegas, for example. In there.
I picked this one right here.
Doesn't matter. So if you scroll to the right, the navigation. So like you see how we built those kind of pages, the same concept. It's no different than how you build with the different property features, different acreages, different things like that. You can build the same concept here. The Real Geeks advantage over Sierra is Real Geeks has property remarks in the paragraphs. What Sierra's advantages is in Sierra, for example, it links back from property detail pages back to city pages or subdivision pages if you want. There are settings to be able to do that in Sierra. And Sierra has these property statistics at the top of every page. If you create listings, you can create boxes like this to add just a little bit more content, in my opinion. But I mean, it is no different than Real Geeks in regards to capabilities to be able to build pages or just like a sidebar navigation, just like we do in Real Geeks. It's just there's an extra step to create a saved search is the only biggest issue with it.
Right, and they have a different way of doing. So let's say we're doing Las Vegas, and let's get a house in Las Vegas for $575. Search, and it's taking its own sweet time. Did I do something wrong?
Like, you know how you create the URL?
There we go. So you see, first of all, the latency drives me crazy. And it does not build out the query string URL. It does not say city equal Las Vegas.
Nope, that's what I mean by that. That's exactly what I mean by
that.
So
to Mert's point, you have to go build a page for every one of these rather than just creating links. Sorry, Mert, didn't mean to step on you.
No, that's fine. But even in content pages, like even if you build a content page like we do in Real Geeks, like we add the listings on the Real Geeks, you have to create the save search first to be able to add those listings onto the page. It adds an additional step to adding even listings to a regular content page. But one thing Sierra has very cool that Real Geeks doesn't is that you can add listings to a blog post. You can't add listings to a blog post in Real Geeks, but you can add listings to a blog post in Sierra. So Bob, if you want to share one, like say like moving to Green Bay, if you Google moving to Green Bay, I'll show you an example of it. That's one of my clients. To Green Bay. Just Google it. I mean, no, just Google.
Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, my Google is very confused about what I do because obviously I have too much stuff.
Yeah, that's not if you Google like moving to Green Bay, one of the top 3 people should after Reddit. The third person is Delay Realty right there.
Is that you? Is that a site you did?
Yep. He's a client of mine. But if you look at the article here, there's a blog post. Is it loading?
It's taking its time.
Yeah, Zoom video shares suck sometimes with that. I think it's Zoom too.
It's a slow site. Okay.
So for example, this is a blog post, but as you can see at the top of the blog post, we added listings, for example, to make it more interactive on Green Bay. And after that, you'll see the blog post after the fact.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. But that actually allowed more interaction with users and actually allowed them to rank and be more sticky and create more leads from blog posts themselves. It's not a big deal, but that's a feature that I asked Real Geeks before. They said it's not that easy to do, but Sierra can do that part. That's the one advantage they have over Real Geeks.
Maybe at some point we'll have one of their engineers come on the show with us, and we can chat.
I would love to. We'll get Dylan in there. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe one of these days we'll all get together in the same room and just everybody sit down and code.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm not trying to sell one service or another. They're both
we're not here to sell anybody. We're here to talk about the differences.
They're just comparable in SEO in what they do. They both have their strengths and weaknesses in both levels. So. And the one thing I saw in Sierra is with Lofty too. In Sierra websites at the top, there's a small plugin that changes translation I created a little JavaScript code where you can actually do PPC in Spanish if you wanted to with Sierra. Lofty has something similar to
Interesting.
if you wanted to, but not SEO, just PPC. Anyways,
Gotcha.
I apologize.
No,
Or any other
no
language.
apologies needed.
But yeah, so you should be able to do a lot of stuff with Nick, right? Was a Sierra owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Correct.
Nick and Bello both work for a company that has a Sierra site.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Nick, yeah, you can do a lot with Sierra, but yeah, I do automation, but you can do a lot of content writing too if you wanted to, and rank a lot in Sierra.
Sweet.
It's powerful.
Appreciate it.
That's really helpful.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Anybody else got questions? Otherwise, let's get on to our weekend. Okay, we will be back next month then, and we'll just have more questions and answers and see what we can come up with. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Bob.
No.